Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a glitter ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my opportunity, you suck, homemade way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We gotten bored with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and that y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds, they already gone.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Lance going to put it up right away. And that is incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down and a yard. And Lance now to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A nice carry by Harris, who had tougher sledding than in his Pro Bowl rookie season, but still topped 1,000 yards as a Steelers sophomore. As Pittsburgh tries to climb back to the top of the AFC North, he remains a player that their offense relies on.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Quick completion here to Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. That'll bring him 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here now a 3rd down and 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and 8. Now Lance. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. What is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college? You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, what a way to kick off the year here. Niners and Steelers. And I know the folks back in Northern California happy to see their quarterback Brock Purdy back out there. Charles, what do you see from him in year 2?
More of what we saw from him in year 1, partner, because this young man, he really sees the reins in that first season. And he is excited about expanding his game and pushing the ball downfield even more in year 2 as a starter with the 49ers.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down for IU, quietly coming off a career year for the 49ers. Got over 1,000 yards on his final catch of the regular season. Did that and caught 8 touchdowns despite playing with 3 different quarterbacks over the course of the year.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll look to throw again. And this pass caught by Gray. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 28 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Intended for Darnell Washington. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Lance. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 37 yards. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
A gain of 16 yards. And the 49er first down.
Back to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Now Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 70 yards. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
It's the score, Niners 17, Steelers 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the option right is Lance. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And they'll go for it. Lance. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal.
And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On play action, Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And Lance now to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
They do go for it. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd down and 6 now. Able to find Gray here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
At the 4-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
McCaffrey is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2.
Hey, go Fury.
It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Hut, hut.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Rolling to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The throw over the middle taken in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Ready.
This is 1st and 10. Pickens going in motion left.
Ready.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Set. Rail. Blaster. 6. Set.
Here's Lance.
Looking left sideline, it's complete.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Lance back to throw. And that one too high and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Lance. Completes this one to Pickens.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
12 more yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Here's 1st down. Again, it's Lance.
Got an open man. It's Washington. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's 1st and goal.
Ready.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Trey Lance taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
What we just saw there is definitely what the 49ers saw in him when they swung that big deal to move up to number 3 in the draft in 2021. He did run for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns in his one full season in 2019 at North Dakota State.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Ready up. Quick, yellow.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Niners, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.